to the ball game. Take me out to the ground.
Good morning and welcome to Take Me Out to the Ball Game today, as we're going to get you rocking and rolling on a Wednesday here, late July 28th to be exact. And the medal count as we speak right now, early this Wednesday morning, the U.S. leads China 30-24 in medals. Japan right now sitting at 21 medals, the host team. If you're looking at the gold medals themselves, the U.S. is actually trailing in gold medals right now, as Japan has 12 gold medals, China 11, and the United States 10. Now, the big breaking news that you'll see splattered all over your screen, it's actually hasn't been breaking news. It's happened for several hours now, but people are waking up, so ESPN and the whatnots are treating it as breaking news. Simone Biles has now pulled out of the individual competition for the U.S. Olympics, and this is after she bailed on her team for the all-around for the team gymnastics. So the individual gymnastics, she has now bailed on that too. She's stating mental health. What really happened, if you watch the replay of it, as I watched last night, she didn't stick a landing and she quit on her teammates. That's essentially what really happened. She's stating mental health. This is the same crutch that Osaka used several weeks ago when she dipped out of the Grand Slam events of the WTA tour, did not show up for Wimbledon, and then I believe it was the French that she dipped out of, stating mental health because she did not want to talk to reporters. So this is the same crutch that now Simone Biles is using. She's, I guess, maybe she looks up to her, maybe they're friends, I don't know, but it's the same song and dance. By the way, if you missed it, Osaka, who could not bring herself to play at the other events, made sure that she played at her home event in the Olympics. So if you're one of her sponsors, you got to be a little pissed off about this, because you pay these athletes to represent your brand at all the events. So she saves up because she wants to win the gold medal on her home court, and she got bounced in the very first round. Straight sets. She didn't just lose, she just lost straight sets. So she is gone. Biles is gone. Good luck to the athletes who are actually going to try. They spend their entire career, their entire life, their entire childhood going for this one goal. And maybe it's because Biles already won in 2016. Maybe it doesn't mean as much to her anymore. I don't know. I do know that if she wanted to be considered an all-time great, adding to her legacy would have helped. She wears gear, by the way. It was pointed out last night. She wears gear that is called GOAT, greatest of all time. It's even got a picture of a goat on the back sleeve or something like that. The GOATs don't quit, and she quit on her team. Okay, I know I'll get a lot of blowback on this. People are going to be like, oh, what the hell are you talking about? It's ridiculous. No, what's ridiculous is you took a spot from someone else who would have liked to have gone, who would like to have competed, and you're already at the event. And whatever's really going on, you quit on your team because you didn't stick a landing. And that's total horse crap. That is total horse crap. Anyways, we move on from that. Bruce Arians was ridiculed for his players not wearing Vax wristbands at practice the other day, and he got pissed off, and he threw out a tirade. The short of it is, because there's so many bleeps and blurps, you wouldn't be able to hear what he actually said because he was cursing a mile a minute. The long story is this, or the short story is this. He's basically telling the reporters, know the facts. The wristbands do not have to be worn unless you're inside, meaning if you were in a indoor practice facility or if you are at like film room meetings, that kind of thing. So he was pretty pissed off about that, and I get it. I don't know if it helps him making a spectacle of it, but I also get that he's probably worn down from all the questions and whatnot. And now that he's got the Super Bowl ring, he doesn't have to be soft spoken at all. He was never really soft spoken, but now he can do whatever the hell he wants. Because once you win that Super Bowl ring, for at least a couple of seasons, you're a made man, especially when you've got the actual GOAT, Tom Brady, playing. Can you imagine Tom Brady quitting on the Buccaneers last year? Because remember when he had that terrible gaff in I believe they were playing Chicago, and I want to say it was a Thursday night game. It might have been a Sunday night game, so forgive me if I have that wrong, but I think it was Thursday night. And he tried to call a timeout they didn't have. Do you remember that? You think Tom Brady would have said, "That's it, I quit. It's just too much. It's the mental toughness. I can't do it anymore." Hell no. He said, "I'll wear it, but I will be back, and I will be better." So and if you're the U.S. Olympics Committee, I don't care how much she wants to come back next time. I don't choose Biles, because you've got to be able to trust that the people you're going to send over to represent you in 2024 are actually going to show the hell up. And so I would let her wait till the last minute. Let her go compete for another country. I don't care, because I want to make sure that my team is going to show up. Or you make her an alternate and you say, we'll see what happens when we get out there. We'll see what happens. Okay. Xavier Howard of the Miami Dolphins, he is fired up. He is pissed off, and he doesn't want to play. He wants to be traded. He signed a 5-year deal in 2018. Here we are. He's 3 years into it, would be going into his 4th season. 5 years, $75 million. He wants a raise, and he's demanding a trade. He's mad because the Dolphins signed a defensive back free agency, and he doesn't make as much money as him. He's still making 15 a year, and at the time, he was one of the highest paid players in all of the game. You sign a 5-year deal, your money is going to not be the best 5 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later. But this has been becoming a thing where you've got the divas. It will be interesting to see if the Dolphins kowtow to him, because they really have all the cards. They're going to have a pretty good defensive backfield with or without him. And if you let him do this, whether A, you work out a deal, or B, you work out a trade, you set that tone for the next guy on the Dolphins. So that will be interesting. Aaron Rodgers is reunited with Randall Cobb. How about that? That was one of the caveats that he wanted when he came back. He said that he wanted to get his guy back, and Randall Cobb is going to be a Green Bay Packer. They're working out a deal right now as we speak. It will probably be finalized in the next couple of days. All right, some of the stuff that happened overnight in Major League Baseball. There was a trade. Tyler Anderson of the Pittsburgh Pirates. He gets traded to not who you think he got traded to. When you went to bed last night, he was on his way to the Philadelphia Phillies. Now he's on his way to the Seattle Mariners. The trade fell through. There was a discrepancy in one of the players that was going to be sent by the Phillies to the Pirates, and the Pirates backstroked out of it and said, work out a better deal. In the meantime, Seattle came in and they grabbed Anderson and went it in and if you look at the broad scheme of it, I think they would have gotten a better selection if they just would have went with the Phillies, but they didn't have the trust in the Phillies organization to do them right. So they went with the Mariners. The Mariners have been very busy boys. The Astros get Kendall Graveman from them. And this is a strange one because Seattle has the best record since the beginning of June in Major League Baseball. They have been on a tear. They are making a run to possibly grab the wild card, maybe even in a great big scheme of things, the division, although I think the Astros might be the best team in baseball, so that's probably not likely. But they send one of their best relievers, Kendall Graveman, to the Astros. The Astros have to absorb Rafael Montero, who has been a good reliever in his own right, but he's got a 7.71 ERA this year. So they actually DFA'd him in back on the roster, and they included him in the deal. So the Astros have to absorb his contract. They're going with Seattle getting back for him. They're getting Joe Smith, a solid reliever, but he's no Kendall Graveman. Kendall Graveman has a 0.82 ERA on the year. They're going to get a solid reliever in Joe Smith, but the big caveat, they get Abraham Toro, an infielder who can play multiple positions, and he has 4.5 years control. And then the final thing we'll hit you with before we run out of here, Trevor Bauer's administration leave extension has been extended one more time to August 6th. I think it gets extended past that because he has court dates leading up to the 6th. He's got 2 court dates prior to August 6th, and then he's got another one that won't be until August 19th. And the Dodgers, by the way, August 19th, what was August 19th? The Dodgers have canceled August 19th's bobblehead night, which was Trevor Bauer. Those are going to be out on eBay somewhere, and I want one because I think it's going to be worth something one day. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for making it out here to the Armchair Quarterbacks. Take us out to the ball game today. We'll be back tomorrow, and make sure to check out our morning show, 8:30 Eastern, every day on YouTube Live, and of course, some of your CBS affiliates. Bye-bye.
Take me out to the ball game.